It was a very nail-biting encounter as Arsenal won by 1-0 at Brighton. It was far from a pretty game, a very underwhelming performance from those Arsenal players, so much so that Fabian Hassler said only one team came to play football yesterday. Well, Bukayo Saka's 9th-minute goal is what decided the tie in what was a very horrendous performance from that Arsenal side. Perhaps you could give credit to Gabriel Magalhaes and maybe Pierre Hincapié as the standout players for that Arsenal side as they won by 0-0 at the Amex Stadium. But it will matter less the performance than the fact that they took all 3 points, especially on the night in which Manchester City dropped 2 points when they were sharing the spoils in a 2-2 draw against Nottingham Forest. Antoine Semenyo on target there to give Man City the lead, while a cheeky goal from Morgan Gibbs-White with a back heel similar to that of Thierry Henry against Charlton Athletic in 2004 was making the difference to give Nottingham Forest the equalizer in that one. In the second half, Rodri scored from a corner kick to give Man City the lead once again. But Elliot Anderson, who had a very brilliant performance on the night, scored to make sure that the points were shared. But before those points could be shared, Morillo came up with a timely intervention with the goal line clearance there with the last kick of the game when Savinho attempted to score to give Man City all 3 points within the dying minutes. Elsewhere, Newcastle condemned Manchester United to their first defeat since December 21st when they lost to Aston Villa by 2-1. Yes, a 10-man Newcastle who had been reduced thanks to the sending off of Jacob Ramsey condemned Michael Carrick to his first defeat as interim manager of Manchester United. A penalty from Anthony Gordon, thanks to a foul by Bruno Fernandes, was enough to give Newcastle the lead, but that one was quickly cancelled out by a header from Casemiro, with Bruno Fernandes providing his 14th assist of the Premier League this season. And then, in the dying minutes of the game, Willian Osula, a second-half substitute, did a number on Tyler Malacia, using Harry Maguire in the process as the shadow to skew the vision of Seny Lomans to bend that ball into the back of the net. And Newcastle won that by 2-1, the perfect response they needed following their 3-2 defeat at the hands of Everton last weekend, in a very poor performance for Nick Pope that saw him drop to the bench, with Aaron Ramsdale coming up with immaculate saves in that one for attempts from Kobe Mainu, Lenny Yoro and Joshua Zirkzee to keep Newcastle in that game. Away from that, West Ham with a vital victory at Fulham, winning that game by 1-0 thanks to Somerville. But also Chelsea beat up against their top 4 rivals Aston Villa by 4-1 with a man of the match performance from Joao Pedro.